And hey, hello there, this is RJB. We have two contestants lined up, Byul and Brain. Both players have one win to their name, and they're both planning on adding one more in order to call themselves the best player in the world at this point in time. Because that is what I am saying that they're fighting for. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. I just needed to create a storyline. They are fighting to be the best player in the world. They are, at the moment, undisputedly rank 1 and rank 2. But in which order, that is what we are going to find out. We have Dimner here on the yellow Protoss. And we have Cat Tower here on the red Terran on the other side of the map. This is game number 3. And I am ready for this showdown. It's not a final showdown, but let's just say it is the final showdown for this best of set. So far, both players got one win, as I said before, one win each. They've both played phenomenally. They have so much attention to detail in their gameplay. It is something that inspires you with excitement and ambition. You, too, want to strive to achieve this level. Or if you can't, at least enjoy and understand exactly what it is that they're doing. Byul goes for an interesting opening here. He delayed his second barracks by like 5 seconds. I thought he was going to do something else, but it is going to be a triple barracks opening. Could be a double barracks opening, not too sure. Don't want to call it too early, but this looks like a triple barracks build order, and I am wrong. It's not a triple barracks. It is a double barracks. Interesting choice. Interesting choice. Looks a lot like what Brain did in the previous game, where he also went for double barracks and almost lost the game as a result because Byul went for a triple gateway opening. But Brain is in fact doing a much more standard opening. He's on the middle spawn location, goes for a double gateway, probably into a nexus. So Brain is not deviating from the norm in this game. Brain is actually one of the most standard build order players. Don't really see him deviate or change direction all too much, unlike some other players who get a little bit more creative with their opening build orders, but then Brain manages to be highly creative and smart after starting with a standard opening. After the standard opening, he becomes absolutely a Giga Brain player. Let's call it like that. Let's call it like that. A Giga Brain player. Massive, smart plays. So Byul there, double barracks into double command center. Kind of a risky play, because you never quite know what the Terran is, what the Protoss is up to, and you might just get caught by surprise if the Protoss then goes for a hyper-aggressive opening instead of something like this, which is more conservative. Well, hyper-aggressive opening is very strong. He even feels forced to pull some SCVs to the front to defend, which goes to show that even Byul is feeling kind of vulnerable at the moment. Byul is feeling vulnerable, and it was the correct choice to pull the SCVs to the front. Very good control on the SCVs to block the Zealots from hitting the Marines. Very good control. But it does cost him some mining time. It does somewhat nullify the effect of going for an early command center. He lost a lot of money pulling 6 SCVs to the front to wall and micro. So yeah, Byul very vulnerable on that double barracks, but he manages to defend. And he's hoping to get dividends from that double barracks, double command center opening. Might even go for a third command center because he's saving up a lot of money into the bank. And a third command center would literally be trying to get away with murder. Because, oh boy, it is greedy. He still hasn't built that third command center, which might imply he's not going to build a third command center at all. He's waiting for gas for a factory, very fast factory actually. Academy coming up in the back, he's got bunkers in the front, there's Zealots there waiting in the front from Brain. He's building a proxy robo outside of his base to hopefully catch Byul by surprise. Like, Byul is going to get a comset station after he gets the Academy, and he's going to scan Brain's base. And with the information from the scan, he's going to adjust his game plan to hopefully deal and counter whatever Byul has up, what Brain has up his sleeve. Also counter specifically what Brain is planning. By hiding the robo out of sight, he might catch Byul by surprise, which is the entire purpose. Will it work though? We got an engineering bay on the way, a factory almost finished up. He might go for a starport defense because he's not building a second factory. He is building a third barracks though, but he's saving up quite some minerals and gas for a double starport, might go for a triple starport. But raid defense is what he's looking for, and he's very, very good at raid defense. His raid control, map awareness combined makes for a very difficult terrain to break into with shuttles or anything. The raid defense is the perfect counter against shuttles and even reavers, because reavers, they are kind of slow and they do need the transportation option of shuttle to really get around places. They crawl to the front door, they are not going to do much at all. So 4 zealots being shuttled over the wall into this top corner. Very smart play there from Brain. He's trying to set up behind enemy lines to get his reavers a very favorable entrance into Byul's base. Byul wants to build turrets on the top side, but finds zealots. Does not have a lot of marines. He does have Stiv and Medic, but the amount of marines is kind of low. Very, very low. This is opening up to be a very good position for Brain with his reavers. Although the marines with medics, the zealots did go down in the end. And the last remaining zealots, he's going in with the reavers. He's unloading the reavers. He's trying to kill the marines, but can't quite get on top because the zealots are pulling the marines away. Reaver unloads, shoots its load, picks it up, shoots again, gets killed before it shoots a second time. This one gets a huge shot off. Reaver still alive. Wraith spawns just in time. Reaver crawling to forward, but can't get close enough in time. So Brain almost had a win there. Almost got in the range of the SCVs. Like, he just had to hit the SCVs, and he probably would have won the game right there and then, because Byul didn't pull those SCVs to safety. Now Byul is smelling that something funny is up, so he scouts the top side and finds the robos there, which means he's shutting down this proxy robo, and the entire plan Brain had in his mind is being turned to dust. Because he can no longer produce anything from his proxy, he's gonna have to build a new proxy back at, new robos back at home. The effectiveness of this proxy robo base has sadly been disappointing. He almost touched greatness with this top corner attack, but Byul was just on time. He finished his turrets on the bottom, and naturally then you build turrets on the other side as well, and it just so happened to backfire. Losing the robos, big investment this early into the game. There's some Dragoons coming over to try and kill the Rays, who are going to have to run away. So the pylon will be protected, it will be protected, but you can put a tank on this hillside and kill those robos anyway. The situation is looking very good here for Byul. He's already picking up 2 tanks to put him on the high ground, getting a 3rd starport, building up his Wraith army. There's no vision on the high ground here yet, so shuttle drops can fly in easily, but Brain is in fact not building more shuttles. He has given up. Now, he's built 1 more shuttle here on the top. I think there's 1 Reaver inside. Yeah, 1 Reaver made its escape, took some hits, but is still alive. The robos have been forsaken, and Brain is now adjusting his game plan to go for a lot of gateways and largely just a lot of economy. He's just macroing up, deciding not to attack for now. Getting 4 starports on the top. He might go... Why is he killing his Citadel of Adun? Interesting. He got the probe unstuck by killing the Citadel of Adun. He already had speed upgrade for Zealots. He no longer really needed the Citadel of Adun. I understand what he's doing. But I just wouldn't kill it myself, but Brain is much smarter than I am. Proxy bases are being built on the top side. We have anti-tank drop measurements all over the place. There's cannons literally everywhere. The top side still needs a couple more cannons, but his base is progressing nicely. Getting triple upgrade at the same time for armor, shield, and weapon. Getting air armor, air weapon. He already has Dragoon range, I believe, not too sure. Both players are really just macroing up. This might just have become one of the more passive games between these two. Pretty much every single game these two play, they play very aggressively. They're literally trying to kill each other from the start, and then it's just a long streak of back and forth blows of trying to hurt each other. This game around, Byul is allowed to defend, Brain tried some attacks, like 2 attacks in total. Neither of the 2 yielded results, so he is just hanging in there for now. Tanks cannot shoot. Turns out that 4 cannons is just enough. Protect. Byul did pull probes just to be safe. Almost lost a stack of 12, but lost nothing in the end. Triple Robo in the front. He's getting Corsairs there on the top. He's getting a Fleet Beacon. He's got an Arbiter Tribunal as well. No, I don't see the Arbiter Tribunal yet. Wait, what's that? What's that on the top? It's a cannon. Okay, there's a cannon. I thought this might be an Arbiter Tribunal. Yeah, they're both just going for the maxed out supply. Byul currently in the lead because he has triple command center, which allowed him to grow bigger faster. Also didn't really lose anything whatsoever. He's on 6 factory, getting 2 more for a total of 8. Turrets all over the side. Raids are scouting the entire map, scanning. Gonna try to clear this out on the side. Gonna hunt for the shuttles here in the front. Byul being very aggressive. There's an observer that spots the raids, so he might pull the shuttles away just in time. The shuttles do arrive. Brain might have missed the raids, even though he saw it with a observer. Loses 2 shuttles. They had something inside, but more shuttles are spawning. The Templars stayed alive. He only killed the shuttles with Zealots in them. And the fact that the raids are gone is going to make flying in a little bit easier than before, but we have Goliaths on the scene and a large group of Marines ready to get stormed. Like, this is the perfect spot to storm. Okay, not anymore. They're split up. He's trying to go over the bottom side. He's stacked up the courses and their shuttles. It's going to be difficult to hit the shuttles when they're perfectly stacked up, although now they no longer are. Earlier they were. He's got Valkyries already ready on the scene, so the raids got replaced with superior defensive units. Getting in here is going to be very, very difficult. Quick look at the top. He's building a proxy gateway base. Back at home, he's got not a lot of production. He's going to rely on that proxy base to really get in there. So far, I'm feeling kind of anxious for Brain, because Buol is at a point in the game where he is very, very strong. Goes in. Valkyrie's not responding. Great disruption webs. Valkyries are responding. He's going to unload the shuttles just on time. Yes, he does. Templar on the scene. Templar Storms. He's going from 77 down to 65. 54. Very good double storm. Gets about 20 kills. So that is pretty good. 23 kills so far. That's pretty good. But is it good enough? Byul has pretty much a completed base. A lot of defensive units, a lot of Valkyries, Goliaths, tanks. Not that many tanks, actually. I see 6 tanks in total. Not that many. Mostly relying on Valkyries and Goliaths to defend himself with. And Marines, of course. His upgrades are on the way. He's got 4 armories. He's got 1 on the ground, 1, 0 on the sky. Drop comes in over the bottom side yet again. This time the shuttles are easier to kill. Unloads the Templars. Storming on the Marines. Storming on the Goliaths. Do make their escape, so that drop got shut down pretty nicely, but he kills most of the Valkyries, which is actually really, really good for Brain, because now his follow-up drop might just fly in without any opposition on the scene. A lot of vision there on the sides from Byul. We got Dragoons there trying to push the barracks back to the hillside to reduce the vision that Byul has. Second drop goes over the top side, not the bottom side. Goliaths are protecting the bottom. Marines are protecting the front, but it's only 4 Marines. So the top side is actually the weak side, but Brain changes his mind and flies all the way around. He's going to try the bottom side after all, or maybe he's going to fly back home and get a bigger drop. Yeah, he's going to go to the bottom side. Maybe not the best choice, but of course he doesn't know what we know. And what we know is that pretty much every single anti-air unit is on the bottom side. He's going to try the bottom side again. Going to have those Corsairs hit the Valkyries. Ooh. Going for the bottom side might act. Oh, he's unloading on the bottom corner. Templar gets sniped immediately. Very quick target fire. That was some of the quickest, best target fire I've ever seen. Drop number 2 comes in. 2 shuttles will. 1 goes down. Number 2 gets in there and storms. How much does he lose? 35. 35 SFVs go down. Double drop does the trick. So even though I was doubting Brain that he was going for a bottom side drop, turns out the bottom side drop was the correct choice. Top side drop might still have gotten the same results, maybe it wouldn't have, but flying over the bottom with a double drop, deceptively difficult to spot, makes his way through, barely though. barely though. The one shell that they got through had almost no HP left. But he kills 35 SCVs. Byul is in a little bit of trouble now, because now he's at the point in the game where losing units becomes kind of punishing. Because he might not be able to replace those units at a rate that he wants to. He might get in some supply troubles. Though he still has a big army, so he's largely just focusing on rebuilding turrets and rebuilding his SCVs. Pulled most of the SCVs from the gas onto the minerals to help him recover. Smart choice. Smart choice, topside drop, comes in. Byul responds, shuttle's getting attacked, unloading the shuttles on the top corner, but Templars on the top, all the way on the top, drop on the bottom. It's a double drop yet again. Byul got tricked yet again, unloads on the scene. Templars unload, Templar storms. How many kills is he gonna get? 57 down to 42. That was a good follow-up drop. That was a good follow-up drop. The double drops are really managing to have Byul make mistakes. They're forcing Byul to make mistakes. His awareness usually is top-notch. This time around, Brain is managing to really misdirect him. That's one of the main themes in Brain's play, misdirection. Byul is also pretty good at it, but I think Brain just has the cleanest misdirection execution. Just the cleanest in that sense. Yeah, as you can see, Brain is not the kind of player to really throw down 50 gateways and 20 stargates. He is more a player who goes for high effectiveness with his moves and choices. Like, he's got 8 gateways back at home. Then we have 10 at the top. 18 gateways is not a lot. But as we've seen before, Brain will be able to make this work. So a split up drop to make Valkyries less effective goes in all the way. Valkyries are slow in response. Starts to unload on the bottom corner. We have Temporal on the scene. Storms yet again. Ooh, down to 36 SCVs. 34. Another storm comes down, but that one barely misses. These drops are really... Brain is managing to land them really well. And you wouldn't expect that a large group of shuttles flying over the top would work. If you split them up, the Valkyries are less effective. It's also more difficult to target fire every single one of them with the Goliaths because they are more split up. When they're closer together, it's just easy to click 1, 2, 3, 4. When they're very far apart, it becomes difficult because your Goliaths have to step and walk forward a little bit and might get blocked by your own structures. I guess splitting your shuttles up like that is just highly effective, specifically against Valkyries. But Byul is still alive. He's almost maxed out on supply. He's got a large army. Not that many SCVs, 50. It's a good number, but it's not a great amount. Oh, frontal drop, almost behind the wall. Storming his own Zealots there, though. Ooh, that was one of the less clean attacks I've seen from Brain. Storming his own Zealots. That might have just cost him the attack. He's still going to break through the bunkers. He's still going to get some results, but he might have gotten more results if he didn't storm his own units. I mean, he still breaks through, though. Still breaks through. But at this point, breaking through those depot walls might be more beneficial to Byul than to Brain, because Byul was going to kill his own choke at some point anyway in order to move out and attack. He's already back on 62 SCVs, which at this point in the game is exactly where he would want to be. He doesn't have to be at 70, doesn't have to be at 80, somewhere around 60 is okay for a Terran, because you have an army, you have production. All you gotta do is produce. You no longer have to build anything else. No longer have to build factories or turrets. And you don't really lose units that much. Like the Valkyries, oh, intercepts a drop on the middle. Most of the shuttles do go down. He flies in all the way though. A couple shuttles, all shuttles do go down by the end. But Zealots on the ground, killing the tanks. There really are not a lot of tanks. He largely has Wraiths, Goliaths, and Valkyries. This might actually be a point in time where Brain might have to just switch over into a simpler strategy, and that is just walking through the front door with a mass attack. Valkyries flying across. Is he going to sacrifice his Valkyries, or is he hunting for shuttles? Hunting for shuttles, but the shuttles are here on the bottom side. Byul made a mistake. Brain arrives on the scene unopposed. Nothing here back at home. Templars in the bottom corner though. Ooh, so there you can see what happens if you just unload on the bottom corner instead of right here. Like, the Templars unloaded here did nothing. But the Zealots are being annoying, killed some SCVs, but Byul is feeling feisty because he's being quite aggressive with his push into the middle. does not have a lot of ground supply though. Like, he has Wraiths, he has Valkyries. The Valkyries are going down, he's throwing them away. Drop on the bottom, that's a drop on the bottom. Gets scanned by Byul. Corsairs joining up with his shuttle friend. Tanks pushing through the middle. Brain is going to have to use more gateway units at this point in order to keep Byul away from entering the middle. You have Wraiths on the bottom side ready to defend against the shuttle. Shuttle there coming in hot. Byul is focusing on the fight here on the middle, storming on the tanks. Turns around. He saw the Wraiths and said, nope, I am out of here. And he turned around, turned tail. But this fight on the middle here is, oh, great double EMP. Templars can't storm, shields are gone. Yeah, that saved this little army. The Zealots had full HP. If he had the storms, oh, he might have just broken through. That might have been quite painful for Byul, who is kind of on a low economy. I earlier said that being on 64 SCVs was okay, but he's got the Observer on the scene. Raids kill everything just on time and make their escape. They barely make their escape. Byul is now clutching it. Byul is now sharp. He's on point. No longer letting things slip by his grasp. No longer letting things slip through his claws. His fingers are gripping on tightly. Little drop on the bottom. Couple courses in the mix as well. Zealots in the middle getting us around on the tanks. Storm ready to go. Actually, no energy there yet. He might not have Templar energy upgrade. Drop on the bottom, comes in. Killed the Raids. But the shuttle doesn't go in. Ooh, we got a mind control SCV. Okay. He got a mind control SCV. Now the clock starts ticking for Byul. Although Brain might not even have enough time to get his own Terran army, because Byul is pretty much knocking on that front door already. He unloads the SCV, he can start building a command center. We've got an army there coming from the top, ready to go. Double EMP there from Byul yet again. Gets everything. A lot of mines, great control. Now the upside of Byul only having 63 SCVs is that he has a big army. And he just lost most of his raids and Valkyrie, so his army grew even bigger. Brain might be in trouble. Brain has a lot of Corsairs. Way too many Corsairs. Maybe Disruption Webs can save the game for him, but Byul is pushing through, and it doesn't look like Brain can do much about it. He has about... well, he built more gateways on the top. Now he has 12, 17 gateways on the top. But the mines in the middle are being a pain in the butt. A big pain. Disruption Webs do buy Brain a little bit of time. He's going to have to get another drop into Byul's base and destroy the economy once and for all. But is he going to? He's building more shuttles. Do we have Templars on the way? Yes, we do. His gas is quite low. Getting that command center there in the back. I'm getting a little bit nervous here. I am getting a little bit nervous here because this is not looking too great for Brain. This situation, I've seen it many times before. Protoss players do not often survive this exact scenario. When tanks are setting up in your front door, inside your base, in the middle, this long line of tanks right here, usually that is a bad sign for Protoss players. Brain doesn't often lose his Protoss, but this game, he was very close to victory, but I'm smelling defeat in the air. I'm smelling that Byul is going to crown himself the victor. Yeah, I think that Byul is going to crown himself the king of fastest map 1v1 right here. We're very close. He's losing his base, losing gateways, losing... the robos are already gone. Everything is going to come down to this one single drop flying over the bottom side into raids. Into raids. Brain is trying his hardest. He's producing very quickly. Very hard. Mines in the middle, once again being placed down. Is he gonna go for a counter attack? Yes, he is gonna just go for a base raise. He's throwing it all. He's just planning on this one final move to victory. We have tanks in the base, ready to go, ready to fight back, ready to protect. We have tanks in the middle, ready to kill. Pulling a barracks in the back. SCV's on the scene. Drop not yet moving. It's moving. Attack through the front door. Drop over the front door. Gets hit by turrets though. Gets taken down. Ooh, very close call, but doesn't quite get in. Raids are still on the bottom side, ready to fly in. Dragoons pushing forward. Not with great success. On the other side of the map, Buol is pushing forward. Templars on the scene. Brain is in trouble. Brain is in a lot of trouble. Drop went in. Drop got sniped. Drop got sniped while I wasn't looking. Yeah, Brain might have made some miscalculations, and Byul is just playing solid as hell. This is solid gameplay. This is very solid gameplay. On the top side of the map, we have another army of zealots waiting to go, but mines being placed on the middle. Raids are supporting. Byul knows he's in a great spot. Brain could have built a proxy robo here on the bottom, but he's too focused on producing and surviving at the moment. Brain is getting killed, murdered, without mercy. SFE's dying, probes dying. Brain calls GG and Byul wins the best of 3. Brain, for once, loses a best of 3, and Byul crowns himself king, takes the crown back home. Although, actually, this is the very first time that I see Byul beat Brain in a best of set. The very first time. And not that they've played a lot of best of sets, but they have played quite a fair amount, and Byul now definitely takes the crown, because this was a very convincing win. He dealt with everything Brain threw his way. He did take damage here and there, lost some SCVs here and there. Brain should maybe have been able to take a victory out of the hands of defeat if he had maybe changed his game plan a little bit here and there. But it just wasn't meant to be. Not today. Byul is king.